Hi, this is Bob Miglani, best-selling author of Embrace the Chaos. Today I'm going for a walk in the afternoon. I thought I'd burn some calories. I'm in Princeton. There's a little bit of woods behind me here, all around me. And I thought I'd go for a walk and get some exercise and fresh air and clear my head. I wanted to share with you, today I wanted to share with you, a concern that I'm seeing in the marketplace, and that is that the world is getting increasingly crowded. The marketplace is getting increasingly commoditized. Yes, everything is becoming a commodity. There are more choices for customers than ever before. It's become more easier for competitors to enter the market. Let's just look at the pharmaceutical industry for a second. Just in the last couple of years, I think it was 2017, the last statistics I read was that there was something like 800 new generics that were approved by the FDA. 800, that was a record. And I think what that means is the prices are falling, margins are slipping, and that's just in pharma and healthcare. Think about so many other industries that are suffering from commoditization and being in a crowded marketplace. So I think that's a real big concern, big problem that I see increasingly, is that companies are struggling to grow because of this commoditization culture and this crowded marketplace that we're in. And I think that means that, we have to figure out new ways of growing as people who are running businesses, running teams and organizations, and even in our jobs and our careers. You almost feel like a commodity yourself with this notion of AI entering the marketplace, that AI can do pretty much anything. So how do you grow in a marketplace that is crowded and increasingly becoming a commodity? And so one approach to this is differentiation. How do you differentiate yourself in the marketplace? And could that be you're specializing in an area where no one else is doing? So could it be that you're looking at serving your customers in a different way? Seth Godin many years ago had a very good book, a marketing book that he wrote called Purple Cow. And the concept was this: when you're passing a field in a farm, if you will, you see all these cows that are white and brown. But if you see a purple cow, well, you remark about it, you talk about it. It was different. There's no such thing as a purple cow from a cow perspective, but really the idea, the notion, the concept is, how do you get your audience, your customers, to start talking about you, your product, your service? And you do that by standing out, by being a purple cow, by specializing, by differentiating how you engage the customer, how you reach customers, and what you're selling to the marketplace. So that's the number one thing I would recommend to think about is, in terms of differentiating yourself to not be seen as a commodity. Commodity means the margins shrink, the prices fall, and you go out of business. And it's a tough business when you're in a commodity business. So you must become a purple cow where you stand out in some way, shape, or form. The second thing what you have to do, I think, is to create what I believe is a moat, okay? A moat around your business. That means that others do something that your competitors cannot do. So either, they have you have better delivery options, service options, you're offering something that is so unique, that requires so much of an investment that your competitors cannot make. So I think that's the second thing, is finding ways to do things or to offer things that your competitors cannot make. And so sometimes you see this in many different areas in business today, in technology. So a company called DoorDash, for example. DoorDash has raised, I think, something like $1 billion. And what they do is they started advertising on television. Their competitors have not been able to do so. And it's expensive advertising, but they're doing it. And the point is, they're doing it, their competitors may not be doing it, and that creates a moat around their business. Amazon, when Amazon bought Whole Foods delivered to your home. Now, not many grocery stores a few years ago were delivering to your home. Well, today you have very few more delivering to your home, where Whole Foods does it. And so that's a moat around your business. What are the other moats that you could be having that you can do, you can give your customers that others cannot do? What are those things? I think the third thing that you can want to think about in terms of, how do you break this commodity spiral that you might be facing, this resistance that you may be facing in the marketplace? How do you deal with this commodity spiral? Well, you've got to innovate. That's really it. I mean, you've got to come up with a new product, a new service, and a lot of companies, what they do is they buy other companies because they can't figure it out themselves. They cannot figure it out themselves on how to innovate, come up with new technologies, new product, new services. You can't. And so to me, innovation is, it's this big buzzword, but what it really means is improvement. Improving the way you handle customers, improving the customers that you're serving. Maybe the customers that you're reaching out to today aren't the ones you're going to be reaching out to in a few years. So those are the three tips that I have for you, 3 ideas to think about as you consider, the business that you might be in, and if you're facing this commoditization creep. And commoditization, the only way to really break out of it is to be different. Don't try to be better. Don't try to be better. Be different. Try to engage customers in a different, unique way. Try to offer customers unique, interesting products or services. You've got to become that purple cow, if you will, if you really want to get the attention of the customer in the marketplace. So this is Bob Miglani. To sum up, I believe we're living in a very crowded and competitive and increasingly commoditized world. To break out of it and to grow, I believe we must be able to differentiate ourselves, engage customers in a new way, create a moat for ourselves, and reach out to new interesting customers that might offer us opportunities to grow again. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. A quick tip today on a cloudy day in Princeton, New Jersey, by the woods, going for a walk, getting some fresh air. Hope you're doing great. With love and respect for all that you do. This is Bob Miglani. Take care.